What is your secret to working hard during the week, making the most of the weekend?
The best things to see, to do, and to eat in Korea on the weekends. We got it all for you on
What's Up Weekend?
with Alex.
It's been a minute on a Friday since I've seen the beautiful face of Alex Segrist. It's at a distance today, but still lovely to see you, buddy. How you
Trying
doing?
to reach out here. It is. I feel like I'm back in quarantine again.
You're in your own little room.
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
You sound totally well. So this is the first time I've seen you in weeks, literally, since we had that bombshell.
Man.
I'm sure it's a bigger bombshell to you. And so today on What's Up Weekend, instead of battling for what you should be doing on the weekend, maybe this is advice for what you should never be doing on the weekend. If you can try and avoid it, don't get corona, might be the advice.
Well, the beauty is we were always given that advice, and I followed that advice.
You were the one who followed it most, Alex. I've told everyone, everybody I've come into contact with who knows that I came into contact with you and that you got COVID. I was like, this is ridiculous karma, because Alex is the one who wears the mask the most. He talks about, criticizing people who are not following the rules the most.
I was kind of a jerk about that.
No, I was like, he deserves it the least, and yet he gets it.
So this is the first time I did the math this morning.
Okay.
I had a little bit of fun on this one.
All right.
So it was around 1,000 people were catching it a day back then, right?
Yeah.
So the odds of me catching it is 1 out of 50,000 people, or
dear.
0.002% chance of catching it on that whatever day it was I caught it. I don't know the day I caught it.
Sure,
but
you should have bought a lottery ticket.
Don't
they
still
say
could.
that?
I'm thinking about that.
If something unlucky happens in Korea, they often say buy a lottery ticket because your luck is in. Wow, those chances are very small.
And if you think about it, in my circle of friends, I was the first one to catch it.
Yes.
And the odds of anyone catching, because Korea's doing so well that there's only been around 70,000 cases.
Yeah.
About 14 out of 10,000 people. That's the odds.
Wow.
It's like 0.14% chance of you catching it, me catching it. Because, it's just not likely, and it's just luck. It's what it is.
So on today's Friday edition, we are just going to be picking your brain a little bit, Alex.
Have fun. Any questions? Open it up. Anyone has a question, just throw it out onto the YouTube world, VLive world, wherever you want.
Yeah, since we announced it on the show as well, many of our listeners have told us that they've had corona over the past few months and telling us their experiences, which I wasn't aware of as well.
It's been a wonderfully terrible, comforting thing, because I've seen, even when I've thrown up some YouTube videos, I start getting comments from some of the Arirang listeners, and it's like, I had it too. I also lost my sense of taste and smell.
It's a nice, safe space for everyone to feel like that. Everybody is welcoming you back. Cam did a great job in your absence for a couple of weeks.
He did.
But Leon says, welcome back, Alex. So happy to see you again. I've missed you so much. Sophie's saying, good morning, Alex. How are you doing? You sound great.
Thanks. I am. There's nothing wrong with my voice. The only thing is, I am slowly getting back my sense of taste and smell. I have it. It's coming back.
Oh my goodness.
But it's not 100% what it used to be.
I would hate that, because I love tasting food and eating food. Yeah, that would really annoy me immensely. Before we get on to that, though, we've got an interesting hashtag. I wonder, were you into yo-yoing, or are you into yo-yoing? Are you a secret master of the yo-yo?
I was into yo-yoing. I wasn't that great, but I definitely remember it was the late 90s when everyone was buying. I don't even remember the names of them, but everyone had like the name brand
Josh
yo-yos.
has said that in the States it was the Duncan yo-yo.
Duncan was the most popular one.
Okay.
And there was a particular model that everyone had to get. And there was like ball bearings versus regular. And it's just like the ones that were faster. And I learned like a few tricks. I think it was the baby cradle or something.
Oh,
the very simple one.
Cradle the baby, I think. Or rock the baby, Leon said. He knows.
Rock the baby.
And Josh was saying a few of the models were maybe the Imperial, which is used in competitions, or the Butterfly was one of them as well.
Remember the butterfly style, yeah.
Wow. So you sound like you were into it a fair way.
I think I was a late adopter. Like, I was into it, but I never got great at it.
Yeah.
But I did definitely know yo-yo, and I was a kid, man, a kid in the 90s. All these different memories of different card games that you had, collecting sports cards, whether yo-yos. They had these little things called Go-Go's, the Beanie Babies.
Oh, there were so many things, weren't there? These days with my kids, I can tell you, it is smartphones and stuff like that. There's nothing really to show
something
for
like
it.
Feeling it in your hand. That's the thing. The yo-yo it's a thing. Like and it was yours. The phone, when you buy an app, it's fun.
Yeah.
But there's something different about owning, let's just say, like, I don't know, in my case, like owning a guitar versus just making it on a computer.
Yeah, that's what I tell my kids. But this new generation,
these young kids,
they're like,
how dare they?
Let's buy these items on the game, and I'm like, there's nothing to show for that.
No.
But they think that's what it's all about.
No.
I guess we can't question them too much. But Tofu from the UK says, for the hashtag yo-yo, I remember in primary school, some man came in, did some tricks. When I tried it, I remember getting hit on the top of my head with it.
Yeah, that happened too. That's part of being a kid back then. That was being
hurt.
a kid. Yeah.
It says it put Tofu off forever. You never picked one up again.
I mean, it did hurt when you got hit in the head with that. There's no doubt about it.
There are metal yo-yos. That would really hurt, wouldn't it?
Oh, man.
Okay, Alex, so where are we going to start? Oh, wait, I have to do my punishment. I can't escape.
Oh, yes.
So last week, for some reason, we were talking about like the mountains, I think. So Leon suggested the punishment should be pansori yodeling.
Live, or did you film it?
So I was going to film it, and I was like, no, why don't I serenade you in the studio?
Yeah, I love this return present, actually. This is great.
Yes, so it works both ways, I suppose. I don't know how to yodel or pansori, so this is going to be... Okay, I can start off with that maybe, and I'll give you a little welcome back message in this. I'll keep it as short as possible, okay?
Thank you.
Yodel-a-hee-hoo, also, Alex, it's nice to have you back in the studio. Yodel-a-hee-hoo. There we go.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful.
It was terrible, wasn't it? I even listened to some pansori before I started doing that, and it sounded nothing like I imagined. I do apologize.
Yeah, this is great. This is great. Thank you for the welcome back gift.
There you go. And look it up on YouTube if you want actual pansori. Just type in Pansori. There are loads of free performances there. All right, Alex. So you were last on the show, what was it, 3 Fridays ago?
Yeah, so technically I was on the Christmas show because we recorded on a Monday.
Yes.
Which is where we can start. We can talk about what happens when you find out you have it.
Okay. Yeah, so the last time you came in was December 21st. We pre-recorded for Christmas,
and
right?
And very lucky we did on that day.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? And then when did you start feeling sick? Because I guess that's the first step, right? You weren't contacted because you'd come into contact with anyone with COVID.
Didn't know anyone who'd ever had it. Didn't go to well, I have a feeling a restaurant is a possibility of where I caught it, but we just have no idea.
Sure.
So I had a sore throat on like Thursday, which was Christmas Eve.
Oh dear.
And that's important because when you find out that you have COVID in Korea, you go back 2 days and they quarantine everyone that you were in close quarters with.
So up to the Tuesday.
Yeah. So if people remember, you were gone on that next Monday, but that was because you were just awaiting test results.
Sure, that was just a precaution, because I wasn't contacted by the health authorities because
they do not contact you.
Because I was 3 days, right?
Yep.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Anyone you've met within like 48 hours prior to symptoms starting. Right. Okay. And then sore throat on a Thursday.
And then it just didn't go away on a Friday morning. But sore throat is not one of the main symptoms, so I didn't think twice about it. But I was sick at the beginning of December, and then I got my flu shot, and I'm like, this is weird to get sick again a third, not a third time, but. So I was like, I just want to be safe. And I was planning on making a YouTube video about the whole process of getting nose jabbed.
Sure.
Because I was like, this is great. I want to show people like what it's like to be a responsible citizen, and I was going to make a great video out of it. And then
did you go and film it then when you had it done?
I started filming it. Yeah, okay. I didn't film the actual jabbing.
Sure.
But I was going to do that, and then that night I started getting a fever, and I was like, oh no.
After the test?
Like at night, like late at night.
Can we talk about the test as well then,
please,
Alex?
yeah.
Where did you go to get it?
So I just went to one of the Bogonsos, which is a health center in your district, and you just wait in line, and that was it. Like, you had to fill out some forms when you got there. What are your symptoms? Where have you been? Have you been out of the country? And then it was like once you got through the line, it was just quick.
Yeah.
Like you go in there and you pull down your mask a little bit and then they jab you in the nose.
How was that for you? Because I hear it's different for everyone.
So for me, I found it to be extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is uncomfortable.
But I had other people be like, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I saw, you said it was quite, I think a social media post said it was quite extreme, like short pain.
Very short, yes. Yeah.
For me, I was dreading it because I thought it was going to be the worst thing ever. So I think that's what made it less bad for me, but it was still very uncomfortable.
I would agree with you on that one. It wasn't as bad as I expected. I expected the worst.
Like hitting your brain.
Yeah. And then for me, they also did the cheek swab as well. I don't know, just a double test, I guess.
They did that for me as well, yeah.
And then you just kind of leave, and that's it. And I feel kind of bad. I went on public transport, but I mean, again, I was safe. I was washing my hands.
Sure.
I was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I took a bus back home because it was quite a walk and cold. And then the next morning, I got a text. No, I didn't get a text. Sorry. If you're negative, you got a text. I got a phone call, and I looked at it, and I recognized it's an O2 number, and I'm like, oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Because no one gets called when you get a positive or negative test result. You only get for the positive. I picked it up, and matter of fact, the guy's just like, yeah, you got, hey, so you have COVID. We're going to call you for the next couple of hours, and you got to tell us these things, and okay, we'll call you in a bit.
Okay, so they don't go through any questions at that point. They're just informing you.
They're just kind of, yeah. Well, it was like maybe 30 minutes later that they called me again.
Okay.
And then they asked me, who did I meet? Where was I? What's your credit card information? Because they use that to kind of confirm where you went.
Oh, wow. So you give them, like, your credit card details.
Yeah, for two reasons. One, some people, they try to lie, and they don't want to get other people in trouble.
Yeah.
And two, some people forget, too. Like, you kind of like which restaurant you went to or whatever.
Yeah.
And they check those things. Now, from my understanding, it was only people you were really in close contact with. If we talked for 2 minutes the day before, you'd have been fine.
Okay.
But if we were in the same studio as we were on Monday, you would have been quarantined for 14 days.
If that was Tuesday, right?
If we were on Tuesday, thank goodness.
We'll talk more about this. Give us your questions, ask us anything, and also tell us about your experiences if you've been tested or if you've had the virus as well. We'd love to hear from you. Let's get on to some Sun Me. This is maybe what went off in your head when you got that phone call. Siren. We're back for a special edition of What's Up Weekend with Alex back in the studio. Good to have him, nice and healthy. And he's talking all about his COVID-19 experience, as well as doing the little hand movements for the infomercial there, Alex. Thank you very much.
I'm a salesman at heart. Actually, I hate sales, but I'll try.
We've been talking about this in such detail, and I hope our listeners are finding it as interesting as I am and our producer. We're thinking maybe continue this on into next week because loads of questions coming in as well. Loads of messages, so we can start off reading a few of those too. This one is from Tofu saying, when you were feeling sick and maybe up until that call and after getting the call, what were you doing at home? What was going through your mind and stuff?
When I was starting to get sick?
Yeah.
Man.
Did you feel, I think maybe it is.
I'd looked online and sore throat was just not something that it was supposed to be. So it wasn't really until I got the fever at night, just a slight fever, that I was like, this isn't good.
Yeah.
I hope I'm just sick with something random.
Did you take your temperature to know that, or you could just feel you were warm?
So interestingly, I didn't have a thermometer in my house. So my friend, the day I found out on Saturday after Christmas, my friend actually bought one and just put it outside my door.
Oh.
So I'm really thankful to him for that one. And I think I got up to 38.7 at my peak.
Okay, that's
so that's
hot.
101 point something for my American friends out there.
Yeah, goodness gracious.
So it wasn't like the worst, but I had something. But the feeling, the heart sinking when you hear the call, though, is just a real thing. Because it's not just I have it. Because when you first get it, the first thought that goes to your head is, oh man, I gotta tell some people. Like, not that I have it, but that they're gonna go into quarantine and that they might have COVID and I may have given it to them. And that is a heart-sinking feeling.
Yeah, so going back to our meeting that Monday, we did the recording after the live show. And then rarely is it that we're both going to the same place afterwards, but that was the case. And so you got in my car that day.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
That was lovely.
Wait,
we had a nice chat.
It wasn't the year... That was that day?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, on Monday. And then, because especially you are really anal about the masks and stuff, we kept the masks on in the car,
Oh, so you did it because, it's Alex. So stuffy.
No, so I was, until that point, a little wishy-washy. Like, if someone said, let's take off the mask, I would take off the mask.
Right.
If it's a friend in the car, and if they were like, let's keep them on, I'd keep them on. But with you, it was keep them on, and it proved, because I'm guessing maybe you could have had the virus on a Monday, perhaps.
I would have been, it's likely that I would have caught it. It's kind of, that was on the line of whether I was contagious or not. So I would have had it probably a few days prior.
Yeah.
My understanding is it's about 4 to 5 days that you get the symptoms, but they don't know exactly when you become contagious. That's why they just made it the 2 days before, because that seems to be the higher probability.
Sure, yeah. So
yeah.
I, to be honest, was a little concerned, even though I didn't get the call from the centre. I was like, because we didn't just have a show together where we have the screens and the masks, but we were in the car together where there's no screen. And then when I finally got the results, I was like, thank goodness.
Such a relief, right?
And then I was also like, oh, buddy, I feel really bad for you. But the interesting thing is that one of the places where we both work at, they were still, despite me not officially being what is called a 밀접촉자, one of those close contacts within 2 days, they made me stay away for 2 weeks as well, in case. But luckily, a week had already passed when we found out from when I had seen you.
True.
And so 2 weeks from when I'd seen you, it wasn't a big deal for me. You got some messages as well, right?
I do. Tropic Girl K. Alex looks different, as though he spent 2 weeks on the beach and returned fresh from vacation. And you know what?
You do look refreshed, Alex.
I wasn't on a beach, but man, the 2 weeks I guess it was 10 days in the facility, I rested. I didn't think about work.
Yeah.
I didn't have any obligations. I didn't have to meet anybody. There was a very relaxing, beautiful part of it, because I got to think, I got to meditate. It was a retreat in the sense, not like a fun retreat, but it was like a mental break from life. And it actually, that part of it was really nice, especially once the symptoms died down a little bit.
Yeah, I can imagine. Obviously, it's not a great situation at all, but it gives you a chance to reset, and you can't really do too much there. Although, having said that, you're a YouTuber, a social media person, so you were like posting updates and stuff, right? But still, nice.
Yeah. But it was good, so it was a nice retreat. Josh said, are the health clinics open on weekends, and how much is the visit in Korea? I mean, it was free to get the test. They made that rule because originally you had to be in contact with someone or have a symptom that was of the coronavirus variety. And now they said, I think it was it was mid-December or something like that, early December. They just said anyone can go get it.
When we started getting lots of cases, right?
And that's why I still think Korea did an amazing job, because of that system, I got tested early enough.
Yeah.
And didn't infect anyone else. I infected one other person who was in my bubble of closeness that I did have.
Sure. Yeah, that's the thing in Korea, isn't it? With it being free, everyone thought there was no barrier then, because I'm sure some people would have thought when it was 100,000 plus, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So do I want to get it unless I'm pretty sure that I've come into contact with someone?
Yeah. And it was open on the weekends. I think you got tested on the weekend, right? Because everyone I contacted found out on Saturday.
Yes. So
which is a bummer.
I found out on Saturday, and then I contacted our producer, and then he contacted all our team and the whole radio department. And so me, the producer, our writer as well, who were here on Monday, we all got tests.
I know.
And then they got their results straight away, like pretty soon. And then for me, it took just ages, because Socho, I don't know, what do you call it? Like the mayor of Socho was saying, everyone in our district is going to get tested. We just want to see like a result to see how many people have asymptomatic COVID. And so that announcement was made, I think, on Friday.
Oh my gosh.
And then so many people rushed to get it done anyway. That's now been put away because other counties and boroughs were like, that's not a good idea, because then I feel pressured to do that.
Right.
So it's just optional, but that's why it took 2 days for my test results to come out. Okay, so we've picked it up at the point where you were called again. You've given your credit card information. That's this is a side note, but that could be for like phishing purposes an interesting scam. So make sure you've had a test and you've got the call,
check
right?
the number that they're calling you from, because the number they call me from, you can check it online if you want to make sure. And that was the Mapoguchong office.
Okay, that's a good idea. And then they went through all those close contacts that you've been in and contacted those people.
Yes.
And then they didn't know where you've got it from, because there's still a relatively low percentage of untraceables, right?
Yes. So I was part of that 30% of untraceable.
Oh, wow. Another statistic.
I know my stuff now. I'm researching about my own demise, of course.
Yeah, but in the minority again, unfortunately.
I know. We had some ideas, like when you go on TV and you're filming, TV still doesn't wear masks when they film.
Yes.
And so that was something I had done, roughly that week before that I got the positive test, so it's possible.
Sure.
But I can't really blame the show, because it honestly could have been the subway, and I could have touched something. And I'm terrible at touching my eyes.
Yeah.
I touch my face all the time. I get home, put my hand on my face, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to wash my hands. So that was the worst thing that I did. I think of all, like you said, Alex is really good with masking. I was terrible at touching my face.
That's a tough one, though, isn't it? Because I do disinfect my hands a lot, but there are certain times when I've touched something before I disinfect my hands and then I touch my face. That's really seems unavoidable. So
our guess came down to probably public transportation, the TV show, or could have been I really didn't go to restaurants unless I was stuck there at work. So I think I was at 2 restaurants in that past week and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
So it could have been that.
Okay. And then after that call, that second call, did they take you into the center? Did they ask you to come straight away?
That was the thing. And why we were encouraging people to be really good and stop going out is because I had to wait 2 days.
Oh.
So I had the fever for 3 days before I went to the center, because they ran out of beds, because people were still partying and going out, and there were over 1,000 cases a day.
So I
was mad.
You were just stuck at home for that time without any medical attention or anything.
No, that's the thing. Is another thing to point out, though, is they don't give you medicine. A lot of people think I got treatment, so they dosed you with IVs and they gave you fever reducers. No. If you're not at a critical point, you should just beat the disease on your own without that.
Okay,
so
just
they didn't give me any treatment anyway.
At all?
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
I can explain that next week when we talk about the facility itself, because they do some tests on you, and that's good.
Yeah.
But no, so I waited 2 days, and then I had a call on Sunday saying they're going to pick you up on Monday.
Okay.
So that was when we get there. And I have a video we'll do right after we come back from the next song. But I'll tell you exactly what they did. It's an amazing thing they did to my house right after I left. But I guess it is that time. It's 33 minutes, right?
Okie dokie. Yeah. So interesting is this to get a real close look. Staying at home by yourself as well.
Yes.
I would have been a bit worried.
I'm lucky I had food in my fridge. I was racing through it. I'm gotta finish. I had duck. Finish all my duck. Make sure get rid of any, I don't know what else I had. I think I had cheese or something.
Sure. Goodness. We'll get on to some more music. We'll get to all of your questions. Well, as many as we can, because there's so many. And I guess we're going to continue this next week as well. Here's 17 with What Happened to You Later On, Healing. Back for part 3, our third and final part of What's Up Weekend with Alex, talking about his COVID-19 experience. But it's been so interesting, all the little details. I'm sure we're going to continue this next week. Alex, you said we're going to look at a video now.
Yeah, so we stopped at me saying, they told me on Sunday I was going to go the next day.
Yeah.
And to set this up, it was Monday morning. And I woke up late because I was sleeping a lot, which you should do if you catch COVID. But I also did not give myself enough time to get ready. And they come and they pick you up in an ambulance. It's not like there's no sirens blaring or anything like that. But I do just have a little bit of an intro video of that because check out the plastic in the video. Let's go ahead and see it.
All right, here goes.
It's my face. That's a weird face.
Is this your house?
I'm gonna head to
house tour, towel in the background.
Studio Center. Yeah, I guess I'm taking one of those ambulance
I can
cars.
see a little bit of tiredness in my face.
Yes, you do not look as healthy. And then this is you in the back by yourself.
On a vacation.
It does kind of look like that.
Right now,
yeah.
I'm heading to the Ansan Studio Center, which is in Ansan. It's a little bit south of Seoul. And
that's a fair distance from your house, right?
That was about an hour drive, yeah. Just long, 40 minutes, hour.
Plasticked, that is a verb now.
And they take you in one of those, even if you're not unhealthy, rather than a taxi or something, right?
And that's it. Even if you're no symptoms or symptoms, I had symptoms, but it didn't matter. It's a little bumpy in the back.
Bumpy, but whatever.
Is there a seatbelt there?
There's a seatbelt.
Okay,
in fact,
good.
I try to show it there.
Nice.
And you get there, and it's really beautiful out there, the country, because it's not exactly downtown Ansan, although you do, I think, pass through it. They're checking me off. Oh, Alex is here. Good.
All the documentation, because you've got to be pre-booked to go in here, right?
Yeah. And if you look at it, it's sort of like a retreat center, to be honest, if anyone's ever been to one.
It does look rather lovely, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And we'll look closely at that from next week, I believe. But we've got so many messages and
thank
questions.
you so much.
Let me start off with this one, because you kind of mentioned it already. Mama Wolf asked, did you sleep a lot, Alex? What did you do for most of the time? And do you feel sleepy as well?
Yeah, I think fatigue was one of those symptoms you kind of forget to mention, but I definitely had fatigue.
Yeah.
And it was helpful every time I slept. You know, I got better faster. And so if you do catch it, sleep in water.
Yeah.
Like that's, everyone's like, well, medicine you take. No, it's sleep in water. Your body's good at fighting it. Sleep in water. I had lots of sleep.
If you're young and healthy. Then that's definitely the case, and you certainly are. Mama Wolf also says, no offense, Alex, but I think your voice kind of sounds a little bit hoarse.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way? Like the voice has changed at all? Did it change while you were sick as well?
I don't think so. I think, honestly, part of that is the dry weather.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have a water with me. I think it's not like... And plus, I've noticed that I do kind of scream talk when I'm back on air, don't I? Mm-hmm. No, I don't think it's related to that. The only thing I'm worried about is fatigue for long term, because I don't know, because I'm stuck at home.
Sure.
And I think I'm tired because you're just at home doing nothing.
Yeah, I think everyone feels that way, but you're going to link it maybe to being COVID, right?
We might be able to, I don't know, go out and walk around from next week, so we'll see then.
Okay.
I don't know. Stacy said, did your friends and your family members check on you all the time? Oh, my mom was so worried. I felt terrible.
I can imagine, because they're not in the same country. They can't come and see you. Were you in contact pretty much daily?
Yeah, I gave... Well, besides like the video updates, which they could then see me getting better over time, I did do a couple of video calls with them directly, and every day for the first, I think, 5 days after the test, I was telling them every update. So it's like, after like day 3, it was like, no temperature, no sore throat, no temperature. Like every day was just like the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, my lots of friends too. In fact, this actually links to another message I got. Faz said, random question, how would you rank our voice messages of support the other day? Because I got a very beautiful long collection of support messages from ARIRANG fans, actually.
Oh, that
you
was
were
nice.
there, weren't you?
Yes,
you
they
were
did.
there.
They did ask me to do one. I didn't know what happened with it afterwards, but obviously you got it.
I listened to it a couple of times. I got it there, and appreciate Siska and everyone else who put it together. But I listened to it a few times. It was really nice, really sweet. And I don't have a favorite message. I got a poem in one of them. That person knows who it is. That was kind of fun. But no, it was sweet. I loved getting that. And that was the thing about it. The best support you can get from friends, or you can give to a friend usually, is just messages. Because you can't send anything to people at the facility.
Okay. You can't visit, obviously, yeah.
You know, just say hi, and it's even if you haven't talked to them for a long time. I got messages from people I haven't seen for a long time. It was really nice.
That is lovely. Jeong Lee, a mutual friend from another network, said, hey, Pete and Alex, I really want to thank Alex for sharing his experience online. I binge-watched your videos while I was quarantining and waiting for my test results as well. I thought that was really wonderful of you to do, you know, as almost a public service, showing everyone and kind of taking any stigma away from it.
Yeah, I think there were a couple of goals with that. One was the stigma, too, like, hey, this could happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Another was in case someone else got it.
Sure.
And actually, I found out someone is now in quarantine watching my videos, and I feel terrible because they're in the facility.
Oh, no.
And then... But she said like it helped her know what's coming.
Sure, the fear of the unknown is often worse than what it actually is.
And like I'm a consumer of videos too, so I knew like I would want to know what's going on. You and I had no one that we really knew that went through it, so I would want to know. So maybe other people would want to know too.
Absolutely. And Jeong, luckily, I know you came back with the negative result, the sense of relief. Then, you got some other messages there? No.
Oh, so Sophie asked, do you have any other sickness? Asthma, asthma. I have a very slight case of asthma. Like it doesn't really happen except in the cold of winter.
Okay.
So if I exercise in the cold of winter, it happens. So my mom was really afraid.
Sure, because that's an increased risk factor, right?
I didn't think about it until my mom reminded me, like, Alex, here are all the ways you can die. I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom. But no, that is something, but it didn't affect me. I'm lucky, too, because I didn't have any issues with my lungs. No breathing problems. I need to go out and run and test it, but thankfully, I had nothing wrong with breathing or anything.
As far as you're aware. Zana asking, and you mentioned it earlier, I didn't know this was such a common thing. Did you really lose then your whole sense of taste and smell, Alex? How bad was it? How different is it from before COVID?
So this is kind of an interesting one. It's kind of fun to talk about, I should say. You can still taste because taste isn't all about like so taste, there's like the flavor of it, but there's also spice. I could still taste the kimchi, like the spice from the kimchi. And there's texture too. So I still enjoyed eating, to be honest. And the smell thing was interesting because, like, obviously if you want to smell coffee, I couldn't smell it. But at the same time, like, I probably stunk in that room. And it smelled like a clean room the entire time I was there. And so there's a plus side to it. And yeah, I know, like, you can't smell pizza, but, like, I think that's one of the most overrated downsides to COVID. Like,
really?
If you have it for a few months or even a few weeks, that's terrible. But if you only get a little bit of it, like I did, it's not, losing it for a week is not a bad deal.
Okay, because I was quite fearful of that if I ever got it, but you say not too bad, right?
Like, yeah, I think the fear is overrated. Like, people, like, panic about, I might not smell pizza. Like, not smelling pizza is the least of your worries when you're sick.
Forrest Phillip also saying, congrats on your speedy recovery. Has anyone contacted you to harvest any of your plasma to help spread the convalescent antibodies?
Right. So actually, no, but I do want to do that. And I think I looked it up. It was like a month after, something like that. So about 3 weeks to a month after, I think, is when I can start donating.
Wow, that'd be amazing.
So I got to figure out how to do it in Korea.
Yeah.
Because I was looking up the American way of doing it. So I got to figure out, like, get a Korean friend to help set me up. But I do want to do that because at this point, there aren't many people in Korea that have gotten it.
Sure.
So I'm sure that'll be helpful. And it's not that I don't even think that's painful. I've never done plasma. I've done blood, but I've never done plasma.
I think it's just like a blood test.
And they put the blood back in you. That's the interesting thing about plasma.
Oh, lovely, jubbly. We've got so many more messages, but we've run out of time today.
Oh my gosh.
We will continue this next week, next Friday, show you the whole process. Alex will talk about it being in the centre itself.
Yeah.
And luckily not smelling it, which is a good thing we've learned.
Right.
I hope you continue to be well and healthy and the side effects like the smell comes back completely, Alex, and we'll see you next Friday.
I'm glad that you're safe, and it's so good to be back. We'll see you next Friday.
So good to have you. Here's Leon's song request, COVID-19, Yogi Choggy Coggy by Bumkey.